Okay, everybody, this is LMP Games, and welcome back to episode 3 of the First Impressions series. Tonight we're going to be playing a game called Valkyrie Elysium. It's a game made by, well, it's published by Square Enix. The dev team is... Actually, this might be a first-party Square Enix title, because I don't see a developer here somewhere. Actually, wait, Square Enix is the developer and the publisher, I think. Well, I think they have development studios, so they're kind of like a publisher and a game developer. But I don't see like a publisher on here, so it must be like an in-house SE game. It says Unreal Engine, so this might be Unreal Engine 5. At first when I saw this, I thought maybe it was some kind of like side story or offshoot or like spin-off of the Valkyrie Chronicles series, but it doesn't seem to be the case because this is something entirely different. I don't even think it's made by the same dev team. I think Valkyrie Chronicles is made by some other I think it's actually like Saga or something. Could be wrong though. I haven't played Valkyrie Chronicles in a while. But here's what it says on the back of the case. Here begins the tale of a new Valkyrie. Long ago, Ragnarok, the end times, loomed upon the realms. The Allfather Odin, with the last of his strength, created an emissary of redemption, her sole task, the salvation of a doomed world. So that's the synopsis for the game. So I guess it's female protagonist, since it's, you know, he's creating a Valkyrie, it seems. And it says Tale of a New Valkyrie. Valkyries are female. I don't really know much else about this game. Based on the art on the case, I'm guessing it's an action-adventure game or something like that, because it kind of has those vibes. It's like limited open world or maybe area-based world design. And it says like summon in, so it says summon in Herjar, or Einherjar, and unleash devastating combos, find your humanity and discover the truth behind Ragnarok, explore a beautiful fantasy world on the brink of ruin. So combos, and it sounds like there's some sort of like action-based combat system. When I think about that, the first thing I think of is like Final Fantasy 15, FF7 Remake, potentially Devil May Cry. So we'll see what we end up getting here. So if it is like a limited open world action game, then the things that we're looking for are going to be game mechanics, level design, for the most part. Kind of has a lot of overlap with like how a Souls game would be rated or what I'm looking for in a Souls game. Kind of like what we talked about last time with Kenna. Similar kind of thing here, because it's like the same sort of gameplay style, not the same genre style, but same gameplay style. So it's like heavily focused on action-based area kind of combat. Is what it sounds like. At least that's what an action game normally is. Okay, well, let's just get right into it. Let's see what we get. Brightness. No. Soleil. Okay, so that's the dev then. Soleil's the dev studio. So published by Square Enix. Soleil's not even on here anywhere. It's kind of crazy. Not on the case anywhere. So I guess it has Japanese and English. Bunch of different subtitle options though. Okay. Jesus. Autosave feature, that's fine. All these light, bright screens. So it's like really soft audio. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to turn the volume up a bit on this one. With the music rock a bit here. Very kind of melancholy, right? I mean, like, so the world setting is you're in since you're in Asgard or some world like that that's doomed because Ragnarok has started or something like that. So it kind of makes sense to be melancholy. Music sounds pretty good though so far. Turn this down a little bit, it's getting a bit loud. Alright. We have very hard and Valkyrie difficulties. New game modes. Apparently there was some content added in during for a free update or something. So there's some modes we can't access yet. So Valkyrie is the ultimate difficulty in unforgiving combat. Very hard, hard, normal, easy, and Valkyrie, which is the hardest. Okay. Well, we're gonna do normal. We can't change this once battle starts, it seems. That's fine. Or once the game starts, right? I know you are summoning it, and it's gone.
Long before the memory of man, Odin Allfather, chief of the gods, and his brothers combined their strength to slay the primeval giant Ymir, thus forging the world.
It's kind of Attack on Titan backstory a little bit.
Under the world tree Yggdrasil, gods and humans dwelled in the realms of Asgard, Midgard, and Niflheim.
Land of the Dead.
But their peaceful existence was not to last.
Yeah, Fenrir.
The monstrous wolf, Fenrir, bared its terrible fangs upon the world.
I believe the myth is that Fenrir eats the sun, and that's what starts Ragnarok.
Odin stood and fought against the ferocious wolf and its forces in Asgard. But soon, their conflict would envelop all the worlds in war and chaos. The battle waged on incessantly, splitting the sea. And
it's a very, very Norse myth influenced here.
Lives were lost,
like literally heavy Norse myth influence.
No resolution to the conflict seemed in sight. Then, one day, at the climax of their vicious battle, Fenrir sunk its fangs into Odin's neck, tearing his windpipe, and Odin impaled the beast's skull with his spear, Gungnir. The two could fight no longer, signifying the end.
Is that the actual pronunciation of Gungnir? Gungnir?
However,
that was just Gungnir.
Did not cease.
Gungnir.
The mighty blast of Yalmarhorn echoed through the lands, proclaiming the
Yalmarhorn
end. Versed as he was in the seeress's prophecy, Odin knew all too well that the world was already in the throes of Ragnarok.
Yep.
It was a prophecy that foretold of the end to all things. The twilight of the world before its return to nothingness. In one last attempt to defy this fate, Odin created a new class of gods.
So there's some liberties taken with the mythos, but the general setting is current.
Valkyrie, can you hear me? I am Odin, the ruler of this world, and your creator. If you can hear my voice, then proceed further.
Interesting. The kind of the art around stuff has sort of a Bloodborne, a Borderlands-y kind of feel to it, like the black outlines. Destination shown as yellow marker. Okay, so that's where we're gonna go to. So the game feels a little bit slow. Like, it feels like there's some frame pacing issues. Because it feels like there's some jitteriness in the way the camera's moving around. So this is our character. Oh, we have a jump. Okay. Oh, let's go over to this. L2 to interact. Jump. Keep pressing L to dash. Okay, so jumping and dashing. Confirmed. Soul Chain. Then hit L2. Ah, okay.
It is almost time for you to wake up. But first, there is one more lesson I must give you personally.
Okay. Oh, combat.
Fools you are, defying the gods.
So that's evade and circle. Guard on L1. Single slash. Quadra slash. Combo. There's a combo thing. Oh, there's a lock on, okay. But it's not a hard lock on. It just locks the camera on. Don't know if there's a parry system or not. Dropped items, items drop right items. Can we okay. Stepping slash.
Defying the gods.
Okay, so it's like a heavy. That's a launcher. Whoa, okay. Final slash. Okay.
Your purification is at hand.
Health gauge, Valkyrie health gauge split lower. Gauge displays Valkyrie damage him, game ends 0. Okay, green souls to recover health. Target lock on and switching, general kind of stuff there. R3 and moving R3 to. Yeah. Okay, the enemy lock-on's a little bit weird. Whoa. While in the air, hit slash. Okay, so we have jump and then aerial attacks. Okay.
Let us continue.
So that part of the tutorial's done, I guess. Nothing over here? Can't go up there. That's we're coming over to this way. Okay. So using Soul Chain again. Cool.
Valkyrie, you have the power to use the souls of the dead. I will share with you the knowledge I possess of the souls I have sensed out thus far.
Summoning IDFK. While pressing R1, you use triangle, circle, X, or square. I can summon to 2 IDFK at once. I'm going to go turn the set at a time. Okay.
Here ends your miserable existence.
Elemental weaknesses. Okay, so we got ice and lightning, it seems. Oh, wow, okay. Soul gauge. Soul gauge played with the health and summoning. Okay, so it's essentially allows you to summon IDFK. It's like a IDFK gauge. Souls, set of souls, green is health, blue restores the soul gauge, yellow is a skill or a weapon upgrade.
I'll be standing by.
Divine arts, hold R2 and press circle, so you get up to 4 divine arts, it seems. Oh, that's what I wanted. R2. Oh, interesting. So it put them in a stun state. Arts gauge. Okay. Oh wait, I think that so the soul gauge is the blue one. The 3 square one underneath the diamond one is the that's the arts gauge. The diamond one. So this is like I'm getting like heavy Devil May Cry vibes off the battle system, like with the combos and such. And have the puzzles. Interesting. So I have to use IDFK spirits to. So I guess it's like elemental based or something. So maybe.
Did you think you were safe there?
So how do we make this work?
I'm rather fond of puzzles, you know.
Do not hesitate.
I always deliver my best ways.
This is kind of weird.
Fulfill your mission.
Where do I have to stand to make this
I
work?
can handle this.
Maybe it's lightning. Okay, not lightning.
This is the true work of a knight.
Okay, I'm not sure exactly what the hell's supposed to be happening here. I was going to spits out blue stuff. Okay. So the thing shows right at the top of the stairs.
Curious contraption indeed.
This is very, very annoying.
Fulfill your mission.
I can handle this.
Like, it's not.
Everything's into place.
Neither of these guys is working.
Go, have your fill.
I've got just the thing to turn this battle around.
This is the true work of a knight.
I'm assuming I can, like, fall off this.
Fulfill your mission.
I can handle this. I'll be standing by.
Okay, that didn't work. So, this is kind of annoying. This is an example of a game system that's not really well thought out.
A curious contraption indeed.
Let's try this again.
Fulfill your mission.
Like, it's obviously supposed to do something here, but it's not working. Oh, R3 to... Okay, I didn't read the entire
I'm rather
instructions.
fond of puzzles, you know.
I see.
Fulfill your mission.
There we go, okay. That is still really clunky, though. Alright. That makes more sense. This is what I was working.
Utilize your abilities so that you may fulfill your mission. A mission of vital importance.
Elemental effects with summons. While Enhardir is summoned, pressing R1 when it's two summoned, you can switch between their elements by holding R1 and pressing the button corresponding to... So you can change your own element. Okay. So your weapon can have elements. Superior Divine Art. When Enhardir is summoned... So if it's the same element as the Divine Art, it makes it more powerful.
Defiled soul, you shall be free. Divine raging soul.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Damage and Elemental Blight. Enemies have elemental weaknesses. Elemental Gauge. Gauge displayed on the left hand side of the health gauge. Attacking them with elements will weak are weak to. Attacking them with elements that are weak to will fill the elemental gauge. Once their gauge is full, they go into crush state.
Do not hesitate.
Did you think he was safe?
Cool.
Your purification is at hand.
So can we destroy things in the environment? Oh, we can. Okay. Oh, we're actually getting some materials too. 10 magic gems. So I guess these are used to upgrade things with. We can't go this way, it seems. Yeah, there's a thing there. Plus the thing says to go over here, so. Looks like it's another puzzle.
Leave it to me.
So target, and then I'm guessing the lightning is around there, so it's going to be this guy. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's a chest. L2. Crystal imbued with magic used for weapon enhancement. Okay. Now we can go over here. Says there's upgrade materials you can find. Okay. Oh, cool. Those icons down there tell you where you have stuff stored. Like, they actually have, like, the actual things are filled for things that are filled, right? So that's really handy.
Those things you fought, they are entities known as the undead.
Okay.
Formed from the remnant of an impure soul. A truly vile existence.
The undead.
Looks like I'm up.
Soul Chain. Ah. Yes, okay. Combo gauge coming to smooth side, lightning hits damage, crystal gauge will start to please. Okay.
Defiled soul, you shall be free.
Those guys are weak to ice. So I'm guessing that the more hits you do, the more rewards you get. So this kind of feels like a Devil May Cry inspired battle system there.
Be the first to strike.
Oh, hitting the wrong button. Hitting the L2 of the Kina dodge button. Actually, it's not even Kina. I'm not sure what L2 dodges and or R2 dodges in. You can soul chain to enemies. Oh yeah, I think I did that earlier, didn't I? Yeah.
Show me why it is.
Oh, does the, when I have the ice, okay, so when I have the ice on, the aerial attack does multi-hits. Interesting. Cool. So this chain thing allows you to do some really interesting comboing potential stuff. Got a chest up here. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of jank to this battle system. It's something I'll have to get really used to doing. Which, I mean, that's kind of... That is a... Devil May Cry... This is a different type of weapon enhancement material. Devil May Cry kind of battle system, in a nutshell, is you gotta get used to the different combos you can do and how you can chain into them. I'm betting we can unlock new combos, too. New skills to form larger and more destructive combos with. So I gotta lock onto this, and then do this.
Fulfill your mission.
I always deliver my best wares.
Okay, so we're coming down here.
As you can see, the undead often band together. Command your souls to remove all obstacles in your way.
Damn, okay.
fighting god.
Okay.
The world awaits salvation.
Whoa, we have a dragon. Weak points. Interesting.
Do not hesitate.
Whistle them down.
Auto summoning. Oh, specific skills, okay. Oh, we got it, okay. We have to cut the tail. Playing Monster Hunter now. I missed. Playing Greatsword here.
Do not fear, for
Cool.
this is your salvation.
So, stronger enemies have weak points you can hit. You probably have to take advantage of that stuff at some point.
What fools you are, defying God.
An opportunity arises.
We end this here.
So you can change elements mid-attack too. Actually, yeah, well, we did crush it, but then it didn't stay crushed.
Yes.
108 chain.
No, even better. Now, remove the final obstacle and bring about your awakening.
So kind of like a boss tutorial, I'm guessing. Okay.
This should be easier.
So we can target legs and stuff. So elemental damage and blights.
Do not hesitate.
Always gonna have the best weapons.
Elemental crush. It's gonna going over things already kind of went over. Oh, okay. So it does a grab attack there.
I suppose this is as far as I go.
Waiting for this thing to spit out some soul power, but I'm assuming that's going to do it. I'll have to stand near it for a while. So I thought we would get that during battle, but it doesn't seem to be dropping it. I crushed it, okay. Oh, we killed it, okay. Oh, we got a lot of stuff.
Stay vigilant.
Okay, so that felt very... So far I'm noticing with the game play so far, the battle is really rough. Or at least it feels that way right now. But I mean, that's generally how I look at Devil May Cry 2, because I'm not really good at Devil May Cry kind of game loops. So I'm not surprised I kind of have that feeling here. This is like very, very high technology kind of looking thing. So this must be Odin. Interesting. Very different depiction than you get normal, you know, in a regular Norse mythology. This is kind of essentially sort of an animeification of Norse mythology, so not entirely surprised. So we're in Valhalla.
Valkyrie, heed my words. Ragnarok tears our world asunder. All we hold precious lies on the brink of annihilation. The war on Asgard and Midgard snuffed out the life spark of many. And I am left, gravely injured from battle, with that wicked wolf. That is why I created you, my vassal of peace. I, Odin All-Father, command you. Become my tool of intervention and save this world from doom.
Interesting.
As you command.
Kind of that's
Travel
like
to Midgard,
he said, "I am Odin All-Father, command you."
purify
Got like a huge
lost
little Lucia
souls.
vibe.
Even as we speak, the stagnating souls multiply. Purification will stem the effects of
Oh, what's
Ragnarok.
this actor's name?
It shall be done as you wish, All-Father.
The actor that plays Victor in like Underworld. The character model for Odin kind of looks like that guy a little bit. But no, that's like envisioned in my mind Odin going, "I, Odin V. Britannia, command you." So this is Valhalla. So it's kind of like a home base. So I'm guessing there's like a bunch of rooms that can do stuff. But I'm not expecting them to work at the moment. We'll probably have to unlock them as the game goes on. It says to head to Midgard. I'm guessing that's this teleporter thing in the middle. Very reminiscent of like a tower heart from Overlord. What's this? Oh, a save point. Storage camp. Weapon enhance. So our weapon is Alfoder. Proficiency is G. Action display. Ah, okay, so are the skills tied to the weapons then? That's kind of interesting. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. And then we have some stuff that's actually locked behind enhancement levels. That's interesting. So you actually enhance the weapon to gain more abilities. We're currently at enhancement level 4, so we need 2 more to level up to get those abilities. You have a ton of gems too. So you probably could get to 6. Never mind. It takes other things to go up higher now. So we got upper slash. So view this move. Confirm. Oh, we actually have a interesting. So we have a training mode almost. Interesting. It's like an aerial anti-air almost. Oh wow, yeah, that was something else, I think. Oh wow, yeah, so we can like definitely combo those together. It requires you to almost like cancel jump though, in a way. Like as soon as you hit, you have to like do that. To do the jump. As soon as the kick hits to launch. That's pretty cool. I like the fact there's a training mode. Let's just do some testing and things. Yeah, that was it. We just did the quick slash a bit ago. Directional input to triangle. So we need yellow soul, 50 of those, 500 magic gems, 500 violet gems, and 150 azure gems. So it's not just a upgrade of material numbers. They actually need new stuff and more of other things. So, okay, we can't quite get select a rune. What's that? Oh, so it's like a socket system, so you can increase your weapon's abilities by using a rune to do stuff, I guess. Cool. Okay, so we got a lot of perceived or a lot of hinted at functionality here. Let's go and do a save real quick. Let's go and do the first mission. Because I feel the tutorial is usually not quite enough to get the proper sort of taste of the game, if you will. Smell of the game, if you want to borrow that from Guilty Gear. So this is a pretty large area with like, I don't know what happens here, but it's like a lot of places. Maybe it's all just decorative though. But if it's not, if there's like a bunch of these rooms that actually are for something, then there's a lot of things to unlock as well. It's down over here. Or actually you can see like part of a castle over here. So this is Odin's castle, and then we can see part of a town down below. That probably has a specific name. But I have no clue what that is. So very large map here. Very interesting design. I mean, it's not super great in terms of like the art design, but it's impressive still. I think this is definitely Unreal Engine 5 though. For the look of the place and the lack of performance issues, at least large ones. So actually get looks like a new weapon maybe. Bulwarker. Let's see, Purify the Soul, Chapter 1. As Ragnarok wreaks havoc on the world, the Allfather Odin creates a Valkyrie, his claimer of souls. Odin then commands that Valkyrie shall head to Midgard to purify. It's like that Valkyrie. Like, the characters should have a proper name, right? Not just Valkyrie. Because Valkyrie were... Again, this is a game kind of taking liberties with the mythology, but Valkyries are essentially warrior maidens that come down to bring the souls of the fallen to Valhalla. So, there's not just one Valkyrie in the actual mythos, but there seems to be just one in this game's lore. So, Purify the Soul, whatever that means. Main quests 1, 0 to 1, Hollow Blossoms 0 to 28. So I guess Hollow Blossoms are collectibles, I guess. There's 28 of them. And there's other kinds of blossoms too, because other territories have other kinds, like Verdant Blossom and these other ones. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Repeatedly hitting an enemy to make them more likely to guard or evade your attacks. Interesting. So in other words, don't hit them with the same attacks over and over again. Okay. Tourist Person Collection menu. So there's the map. Alright. Actually, quite a bit of stuff here. So you do have some freedom of movement. Not a whole lot, but... You do have some. Violet Gem. Gotta make sure to look for that stuff so we can get the upgrades. Oh, we can't get across here. Interesting. Maybe we have to unlock another ability or something. Maybe there's a double jump that can unlock eventually. Let's get across there.
An undead. So this is what happens when a soul stagnates.
Oh, he's not dead yet. Now he is. Whoa, we just got a bunch of stuff there. I guess it kind of makes sense. So you need a lot of these to level up weapons and such, so that makes sense they drop a bunch. But I mean, you could do the same thing by making the upgrades cost more or less and having them drop less often. You achieve the same difficulty. It's just the numbers don't look quite so high. I mean, I get why they do that, because it's to give the player a false sense of accomplishment. Like, you collected 10,000 of these gems. Now use them to upgrade your weapon. You're like, oh, cool, we get to upgrade this weapon to, like, a really powerful level. But, I mean, you can do the same thing by making, like, one of them drop every, however long, like, every 10 crates or something, and have the same kind of impact. But I mean, it's a common thing with games to make things drop large numbers to make them seem like you're getting a lot of stuff done. This Hollow Blossom. So it's a memory of those in heaven. So it's like a lore point then. Cool. Despaired peasant. Winter fell upon the land 3 years past now. Our crops have withered, and we stare into the jaws of vicious famine. Oh gods, why have you forsaken us? Interesting. So we get, these are like lore tasters, kind of. Interesting. So if you want to learn more about the game world, you can. But you gotta do some searching for it. I mean, I kind of like it. I also kind of don't, though, because it depends on if it's like lore that you need to know. Elixir stores some health. Okay. Like if it's like critical knowledge to have that explains what's going on in this particular area, then I would say it's it shouldn't be hidden behind a collectible. If it's just like random extra stuff that just kind of gives you more information about the world, right? That's not really critical to understanding what's going on, then that's fine too. It's fine just to have it like that. It's kind of like Tales of Symphonia. They have like scenes that are hidden behind a certain sequence of events that if you don't do, makes the game actually make less sense.
The holy laws decree your obliteration.
Actually makes the game make less sense than if you see the scenes, because it makes it make a lot more sense. That kind of stuff is like, it shouldn't be story critical information you hide behind those things, especially not in Tales of Symphonia, because you actually can miss those. They actually get locked down after you get past certain points, and you can't go back to watch them again, or to get them. So I don't believe that didn't seem like that's what that was. That seemed more like it's a taster of it's kind of like lore, world building kind of stuff. Which is fine to do that with that. Got some enemies down there.
The holy laws decree your obliteration.
Oh, we don't have any in Javier. And here we are with us now. That's realized. Just trying to summon them, but they don't exist. Gotta smash all the boxes and things, because we need all the collectibles we can get. Arts Elixir. Another elixir. Okay. That was a ton that dropped in here, jeez. Oh. They say the recent spat of natural disasters is because of an enormous black monster that ate the sun, Fenrir. News from my homeland is that the ground has split open and mountains have exploded. It seems there is no escape from death now. Damn. I mean, that's Ragnarok for you. The end of all things.
Be the first to strike.
See, I think as you get higher chains, they drop more stones, or more rewards. So it's kind of a priority to get lots of large combos. Which makes sense, it's kind of like the Devil May Cry loop there. Let's see, tax increase after tax increase, all to continue the King's Foolish campaign. Ragnarok really is upon us. I wish the Witcher would take us all to the abyss. Damn. Dude's really like, kill me so I don't have to pay my taxes. Some emerald gems, okay, and some violet ones. Whoa, okay. Bunch in there.
Defiled soul, you shall be free.
What have we got in here? Medium elixir. Equipping items. And when you press L1R, L2R2 to go to equipment. Oh, they're at the bottom there. Okay, bottom of the. Essentially, they're tied to the D-pad, I think. It's a similar kind of item use system to Dark Souls.
Defiled soul, you shall be free.
Might potion. Increases attack power temporarily, apparently. I'll wreck those guys.
A futile attempt.
Oh, this can't be destroyed, okay.
Be the first to strike.
Okay. Some kind of. I wonder if there are weapons in there. Definitely a non-standard chest, whatever it is.
A fearsome foe.
That's where we came from. Oh, we got a chest back here. Arts elixir small. Okay. Fire Lance. Divine Art Fire Lance. So you can equip a new Divine Arts. Okay. So. I automatically equipped it to 2. Okay. R2. Square, circle. Skill tree. Ah, okay. We have some. So we use gems to unlock this stuff too. Okay. So this is enhancing your stats. Oh, this is a information thing. Okay, cool. Support. Hey, double jumped. Okay. Increases health gauge, double evade, max health, finisher. Pressing square near some small enemies with less than 10% of the health will initiate a special attack. Finisher is set to manual by option and it can be initiated pressing triangle. Okay, so it kills them instantly at a certain point. Summoning support, enemy guard break, sets switching higher and harder guard will be auto summoned when an enemy guard breaks you. Interesting, okay. There's a lot in this. Finisher level 2, 15%. Soul gauge +2, support summoning, knocked back. So to get knocked back, you can summon a non-heavy R. So you have like counter summons almost. That's kind of cool. So set switch about summon you do the last blow of repeated light attacks. Okay. Overwhelmed sets on summon sustain repeated attacks yourself. Guard break sets when you guard break an enemy, what will be summoned? Okay. And that's the bottom of this. That's kind of crazy. So what's in defend then? Quick evade. Evading just for an enemy attack will negate the attack entirely, so kind of a perfect dodge. Damage dampeners, damage reduction. Precision guard. Okay, so that's a counter. Perfect counter. Reversal immediately after guarding an enemy attack initiates quick/counter. So this is like a different type of perfect guard or perfect attack. And there's so many like actual like parrying mechanics. It's kind of crazy. Because now we actually have an actual parry. So you have like 3 different moves that you can do that are all kind of skill based like this. Interesting. Add tech time. Allows more time to complete technical actions. Interesting. So it makes the timing window larger, I guess, on those. So with quick evade, summoning, and unhealthy art. Interesting. So you also tie them to other things, like the actual like dodge actions and stuff. That's kind of insane. Counterattack, right time against enemy attack to trigger a special slash and evade move. So we have 4 of these now. Precision guard, summoning support, reversal, summoning support. Yeah, so summoning support when you do all these other actions. This is nuts. So attack boost, ranged attack, directional input, and square to launch a dash attack from a distance. Chain attack. After landing a soul chain attack, you can follow up with a special attack with square. Interesting. Soul burst. Hold triangle to absorb nearby souls. When souls absorbed, use release triangle to execute a soul burst. This is nuts. The level of like just craziness you can you can probably do with this stuff. After landing a soul chain attack, press triangle will cause enemy to drop souls. Less health enemy has, the more souls it will drop. This is literally insane. Then all the summoning bursts based on those. Soul burst summon. That is insane, man. The level of like insanity I think you could probably unlock with this thing seems to be immense. Let's go ahead and get this. And I think we can learn this too. Let's get the ranged attack as well. Okay. So how does that one work again? Direction input plus square. I wonder if it has to be locked on for it to do anything. Oh, weapon enhancements. Okay, it's also save point. I can return to Valhalla from these too. Okay. Oh. Let's see. Where are all the monsters coming from? They never show up around there before. What awaits us on the other side? I just hope... Whatever awaits us on the other side, I just hope we can live in peace with our families. Interesting. Learning skills, we already did that.
Here end your miserable. Lightning bolt.
Yeah, there we go. So it has to be in battle. No, there's so much potential in this combat system. It's kind of insane.
Move on.
This definitely feels like a really kind of insanely thought out Devil May Cry style battle system. Better to kill than be killed. At least that's what goes for normal these days, but I won't kill anyone. I got so lonely, see, and more comfortable among the hustle and bustle of a crowd. Interesting. Oh, woe be to the gods. Abandoned prophet. That's all he had to say, really. Oh, we got some enemies down there.
Be the first to strike.
Got some yellow souls. I think that's so that this chest was being guarded or protected by them, because it had like this aura around it too. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, like this one has that too. Let's see, Arts Elixir Medium. Undead, evil spirits doomed to walk the earth for eternity. Abominable creatures. As enemies of my master, I shall eradicate every last one of them. Axeman Leon. Cool. See, the battle system, like, once you get used to it, it feels like it's very... There's like a lot of potential for insane combos.
Continue to cleanse the world.
Oh.
not fear, for this is your salvation.
Servant Einar. I hear that people turn into monsters if they're exposed to spores from those weird mushrooms you see in the backwoods. Best thing to do is keep your distance, but I worry about local kids playing around those areas. Wonder if we ought to find a new place to live. Be a shame to leave our lovely tended crops, but I guess we have no choice. Interesting. Unpurified souls. Certain enemy souls will continue to linger in the area even after you defeat them. Souls can be devoured by other enemies, which boosts their abilities. Best to attack and purify these souls before that happens.
What fools you are, defying the gods. Do not underestimate me.
Literally just destroy everything. It's the point of this game. What do we got here? Treasure Hunter. The gods had a book that tells the future. Seer's prophecies. That's actually spelled incorrectly. Shouldn't be an S through that. They called it. It's a treasure I spent my whole life searching for. Swear I'll get my hands on it one day. Heal 1. So we got a healing ability now. Cool. Unlocking subquests. Speak to spirits and locations, unlock subquests. Okay. Young girl's soul. Wait, you can see me? I can. Here to purify your soul. Purify. Don't know what that is, but can it wait? I'm looking for my mother's ring. Should be near the church. I know, why don't you have me look for it? Interesting. Okay.
Here ends your miserable existence. Tear them asunder.
That thing dropped a whole hell of a lot of gems.
Be the first to strike.
Could have gone a bit better, but I'll take it. Oh, okay.
The world awaits salvation.
Got a dragon over there. Let's go this way first. Oh, we got that thing over here, yeah. Greedy merchants. Bells is known for producing many great heroes. Didn't you know that? Magic gem. Okay. Small art elixir and healing, I think, probably. Yeah. Getting me ready for like a tough battle, I think. Got a save point. I've already seen those. Okay. So it's giving us the same tutorials again, just kind of.
Here ends your miserable
Oh, we killed it, okay. I dropped a bunch of stuff. Braggart's Bravado. Mostly a heaven, place free from blame, where one can do whatever they wish. Perhaps not such a great place if you lack a certain physical prowess, I suppose. I'm seeing a little back alleyway there.
an easy fight. Stay vigilant.
A lot of potential drops in here. We got a chest. I assume that there's an enemy in here. It's very interesting.
The world awaits.
Where does this go? No, nowhere. It just leads you back down to here. Okay, that was a debate. It's like expecting to find some treasure up there somewhere, but no, it's just debate. Which is fine. You gotta, yeah, that kind of stuff is fine to put into a game. As long as it's not really super hard to get back up to where you were. And in some cases, even if it was, well, I was way off the edge there. What is in the chest? An elixir? Not really necessarily worth it, aside from the stuff you get for killing enemies. I guess this is like a quicker way to get back down, though. So I guess there's that. Oh, there's a chest down here, too. I'm not going to do a full exploration of this, but it's kind of cool to get these different paths and things you can take to get more loot and stuff. Makes exploration kind of worth it. Oh, this guy's got... these guys actually have axes. I'm just going to have to use one of those.
Let us continue to cleanse the world.
Get over this backer. Undead are coming. Damn it. Why isn't anyone shocked by this anymore? Well, don't say I didn't warn you when this place gets overrun. Well, it's exactly what happened. Place was overrun.
Is that? A human? What are you doing here?
What the hell?
No matter. I mustn't be distracted.
Unguardable. Also, we got unguardable attacks. Flash strike can be guarded against safe with a minimum distance. Okay. Okay. Got some Sekiro Ghost of Tsushima stuff in here. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll stop here. I wanted to go through the entire first chapter, but it's gotten pretty long as it is. So I think we got enough to go off of this. So, Valkyrie Elysium. Let's go start with gameplay mechanics. So, and design. So, very, very, very Devil May Cry-ish. Very seemingly... Now, see, if I hadn't played through the length that I did, I wouldn't have discovered all the additional stuff in, like, the attribute menus or the stat menus and unlocked some of those, because those add in some additional parts to the system that make battle a bit more interesting, you know? So if I hadn't have done that, I would have rated this lower, I think. But the mechanics are pretty cool. The battle system, the combo system, seems like it's pretty intense. Weapons have their own combos that can unlock their own abilities, skills. You can unlock other skills in the Valkyrie's tree. There are divine arts. There are summons that then can also be combined with the divine arts to have a larger impact. There's weapon elemental stuff. There's like all these different game systems we've been exposed to so far, and they all seem pretty okay. I won't say they're like really good, but they're well designed. They're designed well. It's what they're not like broken. They don't not work. Some of them are a little bit quirky, but I mean that's to be expected in this kind of game. This game doesn't feel like it had a huge budget, so and in general, Devil May Cry kind of games have that kind of quirkiness to the battle system. It's just kind of like a thing that's built into how the combo kind of system is constructed, right? That there's these certain ways that you can do things that don't really fit well together, but you can do them. So it's kind of like a fighting game in a way. It's like you're trying to piece together some sort of combo chain from all the stuff that you know. And there's like optimal stuff that works really well, and then there's the not optimal stuff, but really cool shit that you can do that's, you know, not really what you should be doing, but it looks cool. You know, and there's that kind of stuff. Like doing that like dash attack into like a launcher into the secondary launcher into the ground, and then maybe also into like the downward dash thing you can do. Like that probably can all be done if you do it, practice enough with it, and get good at doing it. You can probably do that kind of a chain. It's probably not very optimal though. We did just get a little bit of a hint of some new mechanics on battles where there's unblockable attacks now. So it seems like there's a lot of things still yet to unlock and to discover in here. So the battle portion of it's pretty good. Pretty deep. That kind of makes up for some of the shortcomings. In terms of like the general overall design of the other mechanics, like traversal and stuff like that, I kind of like the fact that one of the traversal mechanics is also usable in battle. It's kind of cool. I do have a gripe with like the R3 target to use the Enherjar puzzle ability stuff. That's kind of weird, and yeah, if you don't read the tutorial, it's not very immediately obvious what you're supposed to do. And it seems like really strange, right? But I guess you have to like lock onto it to then tell the game like, oh, I want you to do this specific thing on this location, and you know, just standing nearby it and using it doesn't really work because, as you were saying, nothing was happening. So it's built to like have like a trigger target thing. So I mean, it is what it is. Overall, things seem pretty good, game design-wise, so I'll give this a 6 out of 10 game design, with a asterisk that's probably go up to like a 7, I would think, by the time we would play through the whole game. Art design. So for this one, we're going to talk about the UI. So that'll go into art design, I think. Well, I don't know, should it, though? No, I think UI would be game mechanics, so let me talk about that really quick here. The UI is, I think, fairly good. I like the fact, like, on the R2 and R1s, you can see what you have assigned and what you don't. So it actually, like, literally tells you what's assigned where, and what you have assigned to if you have anything assigned to those particular buttons, so you can see ahead of time. The left side here, the layout is very Souls-like-ish, with, like, the item palette. In the middle, you got your health gauge, your soul gauge, and then the art gauge underneath that. Very, very minimal, very well built. Yeah, simplicity is the better part of valor when it comes to UI design in these kinds of games. So being able to build a minimal UI that actually conveys all the information it needs to is really hard. And they did a pretty good job on that. So that's included in the 6. Now, art design, things look like they should kind of look. Textures do look a little bit low res in a lot of cases, like this pillar right here looks really low res-ish. As do like these walls over here. But that's, again, that's to be expected in this kind of what I assume is not a huge budget game. I kind of like the art design, the like Borderlands style black outline design. Kind of makes things pop a bit more and look a little more surreal. Character design wise, not much really to complain about. Looks the part. The world and level design are okay. Level design, I would say, is a little bit messy, but again, you can only do so much for so much money. I wouldn't say it's like Dark Souls 2 level design though, so it's not quite that bad. But it's not completely like 100% up to stuff either. It's good for what it is though. Nothing like really pops out as being bad. You know, the colors and stuff being used don't like green bricks or stuff like that. It all looks like it's supposed to. Valhalla looked really interesting in terms of like the more advanced kind of architecture and technology that was being displayed there. Like the level of destruction in buildings and things looks pretty good too. I actually can go up to there. What the hell? So it looks like this place actually... Oh, there's a thing over here. It looks like this place got jacked up by something, you know? So it looks the part. I like the fact that there is some amount of like traversal and stuff like this. I don't think we can get to that thing from over here. Maybe with a double jump we could, but so there's a fair, the level design's pretty good. So for art design, let's give this game a 7 out of 10. Story. So for the story, don't really have quite... Well, I mean, it's a very generic story. Yeah, we're trying to prevent Ragnarok. It's been done to death. The thing about that is that you're really not going to get a unique story these days. Like, most types of stories you can tell have already been told. And you're just trying to create variations on a theme or introduce some sort of specific plot element that's new and hasn't been done before. Or you're subverting the expected way that the story will progress by doing something completely different than normal. Like, I don't know, saying like having the main character die in the game or something, and having some of the character become the main character kind of thing. So, I don't really fault it for the story. You're not going to get unique stories that much anymore. When I say unique story, I mean stories that are based upon a unique idea. Like Ragnarok, the idea of a game setting in Ragnarok has existed for literally since the 90s, I think. Ragnarok Online is like the first game I can think of that had a story revolving around, you know, Ragnarok. Well, that was weird. A little glitch there or something. Lately, there's like a lot of Ragnarok themed stuff too because of, I guess, God of War Ragnarok and God of War 1. The one from 2016 or whatever it was. It was 2018. It's not really a reboot, but it's like the continuation of the story. It's kind of weird. So certain genre or certain stories come and go, like in waves, based on games that are popular. Like for example, Vampire Survivors. There's like a whole raft of Vampire Survivor likes that are coming out now. It's like, you know, people trying to chase the success by providing a similar type of game experience, you know. So we kind of have what we need for the story, sort of, at least the general ideas and things. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot more to it. Like, that one human back there, for example, is going to probably come back and play some sort of role. And I'm assuming there's going to be more, you know, there's going to be a lot more, like, unique complications added into the ultimate goal of stopping Ragnarok throughout the game. Like maybe fighting other gods or something like that, potentially, who knows. So, that said, the story doesn't feel very well fleshed in at the moment. And they're leaning heavily on like the mythos to build up the lore for the game. But for the game itself, granted we're only in the first like hour and a half or so, but it doesn't feel like there hasn't been any real strong story hooks yet. So it seems like this story takes a while to sit in a bit, potentially, or maybe the hooks are not that strong in this one. So overall, I'm going to give the story a 5 out of 10. It definitely has room that it can maybe improve, but it might also fall short too. So it can may drop lower, depending on what happens later on in the game. Audio design. Audio design is okay. I'd say it's about average. I mean, aside from the mini music, there hasn't been anything really insane. Nothing seems out of place. Battle music doesn't seem like it's not battle music, and like there's a lot of ambient sound and silence used too in places. Sound effects seem reasonable. Voice acting is okay as well. So I think this is probably 5 out of 10 on audio, on sound design for the game. So we've got audio, art, game, and story, so that's everything. So overall, I'm going to give this game I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I was thinking about momentarily going down to a 5, but I'll give it a 6 because there's some things that are a little bit higher than that. And while I said originally that it wasn't going to be like the other scores won't necessarily impact the overall. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Depends on the game. In this case, I think that there's some of the other aspects, like the battle system, raise up some of the lower scores. So, it's a 6 out of 10 game. It could go either way, though. It could get worse or it could get better. So definitely one of those kinds of games. But if you like Devil May Cry types of games, you like Norse mythology, this game might be up your alley. It's worth a check out anyway. But yeah. So thanks for watching. Comments, questions, link below. And for the next game we'll be doing for episode 4, it's probably going to be Demon Souls. More likely than not. So yeah, I will see you for that video. Until next time, this is Umpy Games, and I will catch you later.